Good, very early morning, everybody. How we all doing? Here it is, the weekend. You all made it through another week. That's the truth of it. Tomorrow's Friday. So take a moment to celebrate the fact you made it through another week. Because come 5 p.m. on Friday, when you get off work and so forth, and you're trying to figure out how you're gonna spend your weekend, just remember you made it through another week. So go home to your loved ones, go home to your family, spend a few minutes with your friends. Love them, right? But that's not the reason why I'm on here tonight. I'm going to talk about a little concept that I think needs to be touched on in a bigger way. Truth and honesty. You know, like I've been saying in my videos, I've been meeting a lot of people lately, right? And I love the new experiences, and I love talking with the folks. And I mean, let's face it, man, that's what we're here for, right? Um, but I don't think people really know how to take the truth. I've had a lot of people get triggered at me lately and get upset and get angry at me because all I've done is just try to tell the truth. See, today people can't take when you're honest with them. And once again, we can give the various reasons of why that is. Right? We can go down that rabbit hole until we're blue in the face, and it's still going to come out as that's truth. Right? So, I've learned in so many levels, ways, shapes, and forms of pure and simple what the truth is. Right? I mean, if we all know the truth, and if we all know what being honest is, then why is it that people just choose not to? Right? Like, I completely understand if someone sheds some BS at you and you catch on to it and you're like, dude, you're lying, right? I get it, you know? Because we won't. But at the same time, man, if you know someone is being honest with you and you call them a liar, I kind of like wait a minute. And I've learned this. I've learned this like unwaveringly, and in so many situations that I have legitimately, like I have if I had a notch mark, right, like for every person that couldn't accept the truth, I think I would legitimately have about 1,000 notebooks full of little notch marks. And the last thing I would ever want to do is start a fight over something stupid. Right? I understand that I don't talk about politics. I get it. Understood. Because that does nothing but cause problems. It does nothing but cause fight. I know that unless I read the situation in about 5 minutes as to whether or not I can even talk about it, I know that you don't talk about relationships with about 80% of people, because it does nothing but cause problems and does nothing but cause a fight. And I'm just thinking, with talking to a person, I am trying to establish a relationship with them, on whether it be a 5 minute situation or it be a decade or whatever it be. But by even talking to you and coming into your space, I am trying to formulate some kind of bond or relationship with you. That's just truth. And I can go on all night about truth and honesty, ladies and gentlemen. I could lay that out there like a frickin' red carpet. We can walk on that thing all night. Right? But the big question here is, why can't people accept the truth? Why do people want to fight about stuff that they know that they're wrong for, but yet they do it anyways? When someone just honestly says, "Hey dude, you're in the wrong." That shouldn't be invitation for getting butt hurt and coming out the ego and start spitting off the negativity. Right? That should be stopping and being like, yeah, maybe he's right. I really don't know what it is. Sure, we can blame the internet, we can blame this, and we can blame that, and whatever, right? We can blame things for days, but the truth is, it's all behavior, thought process, patterns, cycles, mindsets. Learning of things that you probably shouldn't be learning. Being taught things that you probably shouldn't have been being taught. But now the real question is how do we change that? Right? If your parents are teaching you things that they probably shouldn't be teaching you, do you find the truth out and confront them about it? It's a tough question. But I know if it was me, it may be a tough question, but I'm going to ask it. Why? Why wouldn't you want the truth? Why wouldn't you want people to be honest with you? Why would you fight with somebody that you know is being honest with you and still not giving them that 2 minutes of fame that yeah, you're right, dude. Yeah, cool, man. I appreciate that. I was wrong. It seems like it's so hard for people to admit they're wrong today. We're going to go on to a step two.